What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy King 053, Mr. Easy Money, and we're back at it again with another one. And oh my goodness, has Al Jazeera broken the internet this time around? We are watching some crazy stories unfold in front of our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Al Jazeera has dropped season 4, and I think it is the last episode of the Gold Mafia. And this time around, they've hit what we call they've hit the ball out of the court. And they touched on Jacob Zuma and the Guptas. And for the South African guys, that was a very important aspect or an investigative revealing, journalism revealing for South Africans, because we wanted to know which politicians are going to be implicated in terms of this gold mafia thing. And unfortunately for me, they went against my favorite president when it comes to Jacob Zuma, guys. And I'm unashamedly what you call biased to him. If you've been watching my channel for long, you know that I believe that Jacob Zuma was the best president that South Africa has ever had. I liked the Nelson Mandela. I liked Thabo Mbeki, even Mtate Kgalemo Ntlante, and well, I don't like Cyril, but I don't hate them, you know. But the reason why Jacob Zuma stands out for me compared to the other president is that of all the South African president that we've had, Jacob Zuma is the only president that was hated by white people, and that should tell you volumes. And I'm not saying you should go out just aiming to be hated by white people. No, I'm saying as a president, as a black person, as a person who stands an activist for their his people, an activist for freedom, and activist for equality and everything. It is not possible that the enemies will like you. And that's my problem with all the other presidents, that they were liked by the enemy. Jacob Zuma is the only president that was not liked by the enemy, and for that, for me, he stood out, and that's why I like him. But let's just quickly see what does Al Jazeera say about Jacob Zuma, because they did speak about him briefly, touching about him, but they said something that he went to an office to go and check this other Kuliman, and let's just hear what they said.
They need to do a walkabout on the property.
Dawood was working at the offices of his brother's firm.
We asked why, and they said they just need to do a walkabout because the president is on their way and they need to ensure security. Road got shut down, the motorcade pulled in. Jacob Zuma arrived, and it was merely just a stop by to say hello. But Mohammed wasn't there. They didn't ask us if Mohammed was there. And he didn't even step out of the car for a matter of 30 seconds because Mohammed wasn't there, and he departed soon after. That's the level of respect of the relationship, that you've got a president of the country popping by to say hi.
Okay, so they say Jacob Zuma went to this office to go and see this man, and he found the man was not there. Now, this man that's reporting is the man that is the brother of one of the Mr. Gold, the one that's trading gold and smuggling gold and everything. He's the brother. Apparently he was working at the office, and apparently he was there when Jacob Zuma came. So with that, we as investigative journalists ourselves, you know, on my channel King Said So, we always take out the receipts. So as I was looking at that clip, I saw the office they were talking about, and on the gate of the door there is a camera. Don't you guys find it funny that in everything that they said, Jacob Zuma was not recorded on any voice recording, calls, WhatsApp voice note. Jacob Zuma was not implicated in terms of emails sent back and forward. Jacob Zuma was not recorded in any cameras, video cameras where they show him talking to people and doing whatever. That's where something fishy came out for me. I was like, nah, man, it's not possible. You guys have been recording everyone all of this time. Why don't you have a video footage of Jacob Zuma even just coming at the office? He said Jacob Zuma did not even step out of the car for 30 seconds. Do you know what is 30 seconds? 30 seconds is parking right on top of the door, coming out and say hello and going back. That's 30 seconds. So for me, I don't believe that. And again, I say I might be biased because of I like Jacob Zuma, but for me, it's kind of funny that they did not have not even a picture of Jacob Zuma at that office, because I believe Al Jazeera were working so hard to expose everyone. They should have had at minimum a picture of Jacob Zuma and the motorcade and the security guards there at the office. That was going to make me believe them even more. Okay, let's leave that. I think that one we can cancel it as South Africans. Don't make anything big about it. There's nothing there. There's nothing there until they show us a video footage, picture or something of Jacob Zuma. Then we can believe them. But for me, there's nothing there. Secondly, they're talking about the Gupta brothers, but even Al Jazeera themselves says state capture could not find any links of the of the Gupta brothers um, uh, cleaning money into their companies in Dubai. But they could not find any links of the Gupta brothers with state capture. Let's just quickly listen to what they said exactly, because I'm mixing up the words. I don't want to mix it up. Let's watch what they said themselves.
As soon as funds move from South Africa offshore, it becomes increasingly difficult to access those sort of bank statements, and it creates effectively a blind spot.
The Commission has not been able to trace these funds to their final destinations.
And it is going to benefit the Guptas.
The Zondo Commission did not discover who was behind these companies.
I have been unable to identify any relationship or connection between the Gupta enterprise or any other part of the laundering networks and the directors of Valazone and Zokyabite.
So you see, so there we go again. The Gupta brothers were cleared as state capture. The I that you hear when they read that paragraph from the state capture, that I is Zondo. Zondo is writing to the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, the one he gave the state capture report to. He speaks. It's like when the auditor general speaks, he says I, and so when Chief Justice Zondo speaks, also he speaks with I. That I represents the research that was done by the team. So for me, Gupta brothers, same thing as Jacob Zuma. Gupta brothers, there's no pictures. They're using old pictures of the Gupta brothers, where I think they got it from the South African media, where the South African media was posting the Gupta brothers. These are the only pictures that are there that these people can use. You can't use any pictures of the Gupta brothers in a meeting with these people. Gupta brothers stealing money, Gupta brothers in a voice recording, WhatsApp recording, Gupta brothers in, I don't know, give us something, just like you are doing with Prophet Hubert Angel. Do the same with the Gupta brothers. In fact, the same way you are doing with everyone implicated in the Al Jazeera gold mafia investigation. Do the same with the Gupta brothers. And I am now the last person to ignore to be ignorant and say the Gupta brothers did not do any dodgy deals and took money here and there. But the proof has to be there. We have to work with proof. And so for me, what they said, yes, it sounds convincing, but for me, it's not convincing enough because there's no meat to it. You understand? And again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the Gupta brothers are innocent. I'm not saying Jacob Zuma is innocent, but I'm saying for me, it's not clear. It's not clear enough for me to make conclusive findings because of how Al Jazeera has been performing so far from season 1 to season 4. You can see what they've been doing, but when it comes to Jacob Zuma and the Gupta brothers, then all of a sudden they don't have any recordings, they don't have anything that links them directly. Because if you had Ubaba Msholozi on the video, I mean, first it was going to trend on social media, it was going to go crazy, and we were all going to hear that, no, this is Baba speaking, but you don't have anything. And so yeah, I just watched this season 4 once. I might come back and do a lot of recapping and and making sure that I don't miss anything, because I love this season 4. They really packed it up nicely. But when it comes to South Africa, they named some role players, key role players that I might just visit or might not. Because I was waiting for politicians, man. I want to implicate some politicians, but they went against my father, Ubaba Jacob Zuma. And unfortunately, I feel like the evidence they brought forward can't even stand in court. So I'm going to cover also Brother Hubert Angel next. So you guys might have 2 videos at the same time. It's your boy King053. Tell me what you think on the comment section. Do you think the evidence they brought against Jacob Zuma, is it sufficient for you? Do you think what they said about the Guptas, is it sufficient for you? Tell me what you think, guys. Share. And if you are new on this channel, I do commentary about trending news, trending topics in South Africa, touch a little bit about sports and everything. So if you like those type of things, you want to know what's popping, just hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts on the comment section, give it a thumbs up so that other people can see the same video. Until next time, I salute you.
At White Knot Technologies, we specialize in bags, embroidery, branded wear, and screen printing. We provide the finest quality for affordable price and fast turnaround time. We make sure you'll be satisfied with your order. Visit us at 18 Fisher Avenue, Epping.